Just do it because you're worth it. Think different. Did you recognize those? Yep, those are the taglines of 3 very well-known brands across the world: Nike, L'Oreal, and Apple. So having a brand can speak volumes about your business. What is your business saying to the world? Hello, welcome to AMZ Unlocked. I am Kimberly Locke, and today we are going to be talking about branding and why it is so vitally important to have a brand for your business. And I'm going to give you a really great example of some branding done well that I recently came across that is actually what inspired me to speak on this today. So why is it so important to develop a brand? Having a cohesive brand is a brilliant way to stand out from other sellers and products on the platform. These days, it is so important to be able to differentiate yourself, and having a unique and authentic brand is a great way to do that and stand out from everybody else on Amazon. Additionally, having a cohesive, well thought out brand is going to engender some customer loyalty and will therefore increase your lifetime customer value. On top of that, there's really been a shift lately in the thinking on how we develop our products for our Amazon brands. We used to develop products and just put them out. But now creating the brand first is so much more important because that will dictate the products you need. Now I'll go through exactly how that works in a minute, but first just remember this. This is something that has stood by me and has really helped me with my business. The confused mind says no. If your customers are confused and things don't sit right, they don't feel right, they're not going to make that buying decision. So developing a brand that's really cohesive is vitally important to your Amazon success. So what makes up a brand? Let's start at the beginning. Is a brand just your company name, your logo, your colors? Is it just the golden arches of McDonald's? Is it just the Apple logo with the bite out of it? No, it really starts well before that. Before you come up with a name, before you come up with colors and a logo, you have to develop your brand identity. To develop your brand identity, you need to know what are the values? What is the mission? What are you trying to do? Who are you trying to reach? Developing your values and your vision and your mission is all part of creating this brand identity. And you need this so you can develop your brand voice. And your brand voice is going to dictate everything that you do, how you write your copy, how you have your photos styled, how you do your graphic design, how you create your logo. And it's also going to help dictate the name of your brand also. So you start at the beginning, start with your identity, and then that can go on and help you develop your logo and your brand and all of the different components that make up a suite, the assets that make up your brand. As I said, these are going to include your brand name, your logo, your colors, and even your font. So once you have that identity, then you can start putting those things in place. Now, I mentioned I was going to share with you the example of a really well done brand that I discovered recently when my husband went shopping and came home with a new soap. Yep, a soap. So let me describe the packaging here. So this is Nudie Rudy. Okay, so this is made in Australia, which is where I live. And I thought their packaging was so clever and they communicated their brand really, really well. So on their packaging, it just says Berrylicious soap with cloudberry extract and shea butter. Okay, so it's told you what it is, great. But when you look on the side, it gets really cute. So no artificial preservatives, no plastics, no slow motion shower ads, no weird chemical number thingies, just good sustainable soap with natural ingredients. I thought that was so clever the way they put that little bit in. But then on the other side, they go a little further and continue with their voice, just soap, no opera. So I was like, okay, that's cute. And then up at the top, I think what really just encapsulates their brand, good, cheeky soap. Now they even go a little bit further on their back, cheeky soap with Nordic cloudberry extract, approved by 70% of all known Vikings. So they have really established what they want their brand to represent and what their brand voice is, and they've communicated that on their packaging. So that is an example of a really well done brand. We've gone through some of the basic information, the background about what a brand is, and an example of a really great one, but how do you start? Start with the audience first. So I don't know if you've heard the term, but a customer avatar. You need to develop your customer avatar. My brand has a customer avatar. I even have a photo and I even have a name for her. Her name is Amy Green. So I know all about Amy Green and what she does every day of her life and why my brand is exactly what she needs in her life. So you start at the beginning, start with the basics, your demographics. What is the age? Where do they live? Are they married? What's their education? What type of work do they do? Are they parents? Are they homeowners, or do they rent? What generation are they part of? Are they Gen X, Gen Z, baby boomers, millennials? All of that goes into your demographics, but there's more that we need. You also need to know their interests. What are their hobbies? What do they do for fun? What is their entertainment? What do they like to do with their family? Do they participate in sports? What kind of activities do they do on a regular basis? Then go a step further. What type of behaviors do they have? What are their spending habits? What are their purchasing habits? What causes do they believe in? Do they have certain charities that are important to them? Are there certain causes like the environment or something along those lines that really makes a difference and matters to them? Get to the heart of what matters to them, what is going to move them on a regular basis. Then you want to get niche specific. So you want to look at, in the niche you're wanting to go for, what parts of that are going to matter to them. When you're thinking about how your niche is going to have an impact on their life, you need to know what problems is it going to solve. Are you solving a pain point, or are you creating a pleasure point? Are you giving them some sort of joy and satisfaction by having your product in their life or products in your niche in their life? What about it is going to really matter to them, and why is it going to be important? So those are the type of things that you need to go through and think about with your avatar. And then sit down, give them a name, find a photo that represents them, and then think about what they do from the time they get up until the time they go to bed. What is their day like? What is their routine? And that will help you even further find places that your niche is going to matter and fit into their life. So I hope you can see how knowing your brand's values and vision and mission leads you just naturally to the right audience for your brand and your customer avatar. And then knowing that customer avatar leads you to those winning products that they're going to love and come back for again and again. So now I want you to go forth, and if you haven't already done it, create that brand identity and create your customer avatar so you can start creating those winning products. I hope this has provided value for you. Please don't forget to comment below with any questions you have about branding. This won't be our last video on branding. I'm sure it's a subject that I'm really passionate about, so I know we'll be talking about it again. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of future videos like this one.